What's going on, people? Thursday evening. Usually I call this a throwback Thursday, but it ain't a throwback Thursday. We just started what we call our Go for Yes 5-day challenge that's going on. We started tonight. Um, they were talking about earlier before this challenge got going about a book called Go for the Yes, but they mentioned about Ray Higdon. Now I'm been around this industry for a while, and this is the book I have. Okay, it's called Go for the No. They were trying to say, why would you have a book called Go for the No? Okay, now this book says, and I don't know what Ray Higdon's book was, and I'm not sure what a lot of these other people in their book were saying, but this is Go for the No, and the caution is where it says Go for the No. Yes is the destination. No is how you get there. Okay. So, and it's written by Richard Fenton and Andrew Waltz. Now, this is a special edition. So I'm figuring that this is a new edition of this book because what I'm looking at, the actual copyright of this book was 1976. Then it was been republished back out in 2009. Okay. So you got to understand when the ideas of this book was written. And plus, this is his note from the authors. Go for the No is a fictional story about 4 unforgettable days in the life of Eric James Bratton, a wonderful husband, terrific brother, and so-so copier salesman, okay? It was inspired to a great degree by Richard's life experience as Rich explained as a kid. I had the typical array of dreams. I spent my early years dreaming of becoming a professional baseball player, author, race car driver, just to mention a few. Oh yes, like most young boys, I love dinosaurs and would spend hours in the backyard digging up fossils. Okay, so really, this book, I'm not sure the book they're talking about has to do with a story. Okay, so it may not be the same type of book that they were talking about. I'm not sure, because like I said, this was made back in the republished back in 2009, but it was actually done, I think, too. Let me go back here so see something. It says, except permitted under the United States Copyright Act of 1976, no part of this publication may be reproduced or whatever. It says copyright in 2009, all rights reserved. But then this book was too written about back in the early December of 1997. So just in the perspective of this book was written back in the early 90s. That's 20 years ago. It was written back then before we had the internet, okay? Before we had social media, smartphones, and all that other stuff. My point being with this book, is that we need to get to perspective of when people talk about why certain things are written, you got to look at the time period they were written, the tools that they had, and why they wrote it. I want to share something with this. There's a book or ebook that's here. Let me see if I can share this out here. We go here. I'm not sure where it is. We go here. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Let me go over here. Screen share stopped. Okay, let me go back. Okay, here. God damn it. Here it is. This is the one. Okay, this is an ebook called Go for the Yes. It's part of the let me deal for you. It's part of the social thing that we're a part of. The what I want to say. It's part of the challenge we're with. Okay, this is what I want to look at. Let's look at some things here. And I'm not. This is not to knock this. I just try to get into the context of everything and what maybe that, I'm not sure where the author's head is at. It says, before starting to learn the simple 4 steps of Go for Yes, plan to take a moment to decide on the scale 1 to 10, which 10 being super motivative. What is the score you give each of the following statements? You have to run out of people to talk to and want quality prospects to talk to daily about your opportunity without being salesy and spammy. Okay, you want to attract buyers to you with credit cards in hand so you can recruit in your organization with ease and via social media. Okay, I understand that. This is the kind of things they're talking about. They're gonna learn. Talk about. Let me go through here. Okay, let's go to the truth. How this thing is gonna come out. No, let's go to the myths. Okay, here are the myths. How about that? In sales, rejection comes with territory. You will hear no, and you will hear it frequently. It's a normal. What's important is what you do with that no. Well, let's think about that. You're gonna get no in life regardless. Not just sales. No, is this gonna be no? You know, I was listening to a thing earlier, one of the sessions we started, and they're talking about how no affects people and makes them, some people get, I don't know if it's just me, but some people get so affected, let everything affect them so much. I always say there's a positive and negative in life all the time. Maybe this comes from my Eastern philosophy upbringing through the martial arts. There's a balance of everything. No don't have to be bad unless you make it that way. When you talk about energy, if you put energy into no, yeah, it's gonna be no. Okay, yeah. So no, whatever you're gonna do, when you go look for a job, some people are not gonna give you a job, and it's not dwelling on that no. You just have to have a realistic perspective of the world. Everything ain't gonna be yes. Everything ain't gonna be yes. Regardless of whatever, how positive you are, the positivity is part of positivity to me is understanding that part of life. Everything ain't gonna be yes. And accept it. Okay? That's how you get through things. Not with all this, everything's got to be yes. That's unrealistic. I get tired of that kind of stuff. Maybe I do. I get tired of that stuff. This is Marin Limbrick. I don't know who that is. Is that there's no lotion or potion that will make sales faster and easier for you unless your potion is hard work. Right there tells me something. Jeff Gitmore had this book called The Little Red Book of Sales. Okay, this book's been around what 20-something years, maybe longer. You got to understand. This is my whole point. You got to understand the time period when all these things were said. So the generalizing saying this is a myth. Well, it's not a myth at the time period when it was said. Okay, I like to think of sales as the ability to gracefully persuade, not manipulate a person or persons into a win-win situation. Well, you shouldn't always want to manipulate anybody into anything. It's just like I say, let's go into the online thing. We got a thing when it comes to the funnels and selling different products or books and stuff. What do we use to manipulate people? The free quotient. Okay. We use the free quotient to get people into our funnels and that. So ain't nothing changed, and I don't really think it's going to change that much because the way people are, and that's not being negative. It's being realistic to the notion there are going to be some people that are going to do that to get what they want to do, and yeah, you just gotta let them go. You can't save the world. Ain't you'll ruin your own business trying to save and manipulate everybody to you or change everybody to your way of thinking. That's an impossible task. I'm not going there with that. Personally, not me. Now here's somebody that people have really liked. Timid salesmen have skinny kids. Well, I don't know. There's going to always be timid salesmen. The biggest problem with why people don't like sales because of the negativity behind sales. And usually the negativity behind sales has been the manipulative car salesman. Most introverts have trouble selling anything. So, and this is what the beauty of social media and the internet has gone with video, because it allows you to talk or market to a mass majority. Most people don't like to prospect. I've said this before. Prospects is a one-to-one action, or marketing is a one-to-many action. Okay. Satisfying truths about selling. Focusing first on how we want to be of service. We can co-create soul satisfying and financial satisfaction with relationships with others. This is one of the things I've looked at, and this is one of the things they keep repeating in there. You know, they always say that trust like quotient. Why are they trust liking you? What are they not trusting liking you? First of all, what are they? The only way somebody can not trust you, first, they gotta know you. They don't have, if somebody don't know you, they don't have no reason to like you or dislike you. People, those type of things are built off an emotional thing. What they don't like the way you talk. They don't like what you said. And it's not that they don't like that person. They may not, just because you don't like what somebody said don't mean you don't like them. And I mean, you dislike them. You just don't agree with what they say. Okay, truth one. In a survey, 51% of sales leaders said they focus on increasing customer retention through deeper relationships. Okay. How's those deeper relationships? This is my thing about sales. How deep those relationships are going to be, and there are going to be people who say I'm looking too deep into this or making this harder than it should be. No, I'm not. Why I say this is because people in relationship and the thought process of people, if somebody you don't know, okay, it takes a long time to know somebody. Now, if we in the business of doing online, we ain't got all day for this relationship thing. Relationships are going to be built by what pain point or what problem you can solve. That's what the relationship's going to be about. The relationship, they try to separate the sales thing from the relationship. Yeah, the relationships first, but let's just get back to it. The relationship mostly is going to be based off of what problems you can solve. Other than that, they really don't give a fuck about you. Okay? Really, think about that. If you're able to solve a problem that I've been trying to solve for everything, of course you might have a relationship with that person because you helped them with a problem. Of course so. But it ain't about you trying to be their lovey friend or whatever. You find out what's going on, what's happening, okay? But we need to put that in perspective also from the standpoint of what it is that people need And deeper relationships ain't about that, because you ain't gonna be able to solve everything. Some people just got some issues you need to leave alone. They need some professional help too. So you solve the problem that you can solve. Okay? That's where it needs to be. Sales contingent upon the attitude of the salesman, not the attitude of the prospect. Sales is an attitude. Is an attitude on both sides. Because if somebody raises their hand about something you had out marketing on a funnel, you get to talk to them and about what you can do to help them, and then sometimes an attitude will come for the price, and it ain't got nothing to do with something you can control. Attitudes on your part, if you go in there with a bad attitude, yeah, but attitudes are very subjective, in my opinion, because it's going to be really based on the attitude, to me, on the attitude of the prospect, for the simple fact, if the prospect is closed and he closes off because something he don't like about you, which ain't got nothing to do with you, that's his problem or her problem, really. Okay. I sound like I'm being critical about this, but I always look at things with a critical eye. And this is my review of the first part of this challenge with this ebook. People don't ask for facts and making up their minds. They would rather have one good soul satisfaction emotion than a dozen facts. It depends on people are looking for too. A lot of things I think are sort of general. A lot of things on here are very generalization type things. And I don't think every artist fits everybody. Um, it depends. People are funny. People are emotional. Um, some people do want the facts. They use this term. There was a book out. I can't find it around. I don't know if I still have it. They based it off of color of personality. There was a book called Personality Plus, and it was based off of personalities. I don't remember when I read this book, they used to call sanguine, phlegmatics. They were the kinds that were aggressive or middle of the road type of people. Now you got blues, reds, and greens. I don't know how they based it off them colors, but that's how they're doing it now. And I'm not sure if that's from the same book. Could be. Don't close a sale. You don't close a sale. You open a relationship if you want to build a long-term successful enterprise. A lot of times, if you gonna have a relationship, is the sales gonna, but it's what the problem. Look, sales is about, first and foremost, people. There's a book I got called Selling Naked on the Phone. It said, it don't care what you try to do, it's all about sales. People need to realize you are in sales when you're in network marketing, first and foremost. Let's cut the shit about you don't like to sell, you don't like to get out of business if you don't like to sell. See, the biggest problem with most, maybe between women and men, and some women and some men, is that some women are very aggressive and tell you straight to the point, no bullshit. This is sales. If you don't like sales, get out of business, because you're not going to be successful if you don't know how to sell. Let's cut the shit about all this other mess and the sugar-coated stuff that we try to place in the sales quotient of this business. Every brand isn't for everybody. Everybody isn't for every brand. Well, that's true. Okay. It's all about what they're looking for, what the problems they need, what is it they're trying to do. But that takes some self-discovery too. The biggest problem with people in this business, you try to be everything for everybody. We are dealing with look, we're dealing with grown adults, supposed to. You can't even get in this business unless I guess you're 18 years old. Usually, most of them. So by then, the laws say these kids are 18. When they're 18, they're grown. Well, if that's the case, let's treat them like grown folks. Okay, let's not candy coat with no kids bullshit. Too often, sales reps simply regurgitate their presentations and expect to land a sale. It doesn't work. That's true. You don't want to sound like a robot. You don't want to sound like a robot. You want to sound like somebody that has value and something to offer, and you don't want to sound like some pre-recorded script. That's why I don't like when people talk about scripts. I don't like scripts. Scripts or anchor, lifeline for some people that don't know what to say. But scripts aren't there for you to regurgitate stuff. They're there for you to get a balance, a foundation, and to make things your own. 65% of salespeople use social selling to fill their pipeline. It's 65% of salespeople who use social selling fill their pipeline compared to 47% of reps who do not. What does that mean? We're talking about funnel. 65% of salespeople who use social selling fill their pipeline compared to 47% of the reps who do not. Well, it's just that because people, we were talking about funnels, marketing funnels. It's a pipeline, okay? Pipeline of information leads you to a lot of different things. Well, at 65%, you can leverage a funnel that can teach, that can shift out folks that are not interested in your product or service, because you're really not going to do that. And it takes too much time to do that, okay? It takes too much time to do that. Social media habits of women and men. According to Cox Businesses, throughout history, women have always impacted buying habits. Currently, female consumers control approximately 85% of the purchasing in the United States, according to Czech economy. Women use social media for staying in contact with friends, blogging, photo sharing, entertainment, and finding how to inform. Well, yeah, people do that too. Okay. This is more, okay, habits of men and women and men. Okay, this is like it's saying more for women than it is for men. Okay, where's the men at? Women are more often present on social media than men, reports a recent Mashable article. Example, on Facebook alone, females are 55% more engaged than males. Survey results show that women will ignore any paid digital advertising from brands, including text ads. Instead, focus on finding more meaningful, informative, engaging that matches their interests. Well, it's all going to be about matching their interests. All this is going to be about matching their interests. What themes resonate with men online? Car, sports, action, sex. What themes resonate with women? Family, sentimental, real life situations, children, pets. Both men and women's interests overlap and enjoy these themes. Well, yeah. Sex sells. 3 phases and pillars of social marketing, building your audience. Well, yes. Selling to your audience, engaging with your audience. You've heard me say this, you heard in some of the trainings of MLSP, build, sell, engage, a build, engage, sell, okay? Let me see. Okay, let me get off of here. Let me stop and see this. All right, that's an ebook that was able to download that through this challenge. What I'm saying to you is that business today, and like I said, just go for the yes, go for the no. So this is not the same book that I guess when most of these people are talking about. This is about a story of a man's situation, okay? Let's sit on the back. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but no can never hurt me. That's the lesson 28-year-old copy salesman Eric James Bratton is about to learn, and he's going to learn it from the most unlikely mentors himself. Imagine being in bed at night and then awaken the next morning in a strange house with no idea of how you got there. Only this house doesn't belong to just anyone, it belongs to you. A widely successful future version of the person you might one day become, provided you are willing to start doing simple things. Before the weekend is over, Eric will learn what it takes to outperform 90% of the world's salespeople. What failing and beginning and failure are two very different things. Why it's important to celebrate success and failure. The 5 failure levels and how to progress through them. How to get past failures quickly and then move on. That the most empowering word in the world is not yes, it's no. These lessons are destined to change the way he thinks, the way he feels, and the way he believes, and they do the same for you. You're gonna get no's, okay? This is my point about this challenge. I think yes is the destination, as it says, but let's be serious about anything. I don't care what you learn. You're gonna get no's. Everybody's not gonna see your point. You're going to get no's in this business. No's is just part of life. You can't get around it. Whatever, doesn't matter what anybody tells you. No's is that you got told no. See, maybe sometimes from these people that they've never been told no, but you're gonna get no's. Okay, you're gonna get them, and that's not saying you got to hang on to them as they're your truth, but you're gonna get them. You might as well understand that you're gonna get no's. It's not about focusing on no's. It's about understanding that no's is going as part of the business. That's all. All right, with that being said, I'm going to get off here. I hope you got value for this. This is going to be on my blog. It's coming out tomorrow, 6 o'clock. I'm going to talk about that. If you like what you see, hit me up on my blog and stuff. We're going to go into day 2 of this challenge. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting, okay? That being said, peace, take care, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm out. If you're interested, hey, I'll leave a link. If you're interested in getting this challenge, I'll leave a link on the bottom to get in it. If you're interested in you can get this ebook also, okay? I'll leave a link below. Later, out.